in Yosemite today. It took us a while to get here. We tried to get here yesterday from the east side, but all three passes going across the mountains into Yosemite National Park were blocked because apparently there's too much snow. So we had to take a 6-hour detour all the way around the top and down the other side. But we've made it, and the road that the detour took us was it was picturesque, it was nice, so it wasn't too bad. But we're here now, and we are just parked outside Bridal Veil Falls, which is kind of the first big thing you get to once you've entered the park. We've just had breakfast in the van, and the Bridal Veil Falls are just over that way. I would show you, but there's a van parked right by us, and so now I can't see it anymore. But we were having a look in their van, and it does look very, very nice. They've got a big, tall Sprinter van, so you've got plenty of room to stand up. But yeah, we're going to go walk up to get a good view of the falls, which are currently absolutely massive. They've flooded half the car park over that way. I think it's quite a good time to come for waterfalls because a lot of the snow has melted. Obviously not all of it, otherwise the roads would have been open yesterday, but enough of it to make the waterfalls super powerful. So I'm sure we're in for some pretty spectacular sights here in Yosemite. That waterfall, the Bridal Veil waterfall, was really, really impressive. The spray is absolutely everywhere. It's like flooding the path. So I didn't go as close to it as you could have done because I haven't really got the correct shoes on, but it was still really impressive nonetheless. This is El Capitan, which if you're into rock climbing, you'll know all about it, as it's kind of the one rock that all rock climbers want to try and accomplish. And even if you're not into rock climbing, you'll probably have heard of it, as it's a pretty big feature here in Yosemite National Park.
Forget my manners, trying to kick the habit. I'll burn down the bridges, cause everyone's head.
There we were, having fun, enjoying Yosemite, and just as we got out to go have a look at the Yosemite Falls, Tom pointed out to me that we have a flat tyre. It's really flat, like not even a little bit, it's pretty damn flat. So now we have to try and figure out how to change the tyre. We don't seem to have the right tools to take the screws off, to get the tyre off, so I don't really know what we're going to do. And obviously there's no internet here either because we're in the middle of nowhere, miles away from the city. Yeah, this wasn't exactly how I planned our day to Yosemite, but it is the first flat tyre we've had in just over 2 months of travelling, so I suppose that's not too bad. I just don't really know what we're going to do, how we're going to change it, but at least we're in a nice place while we try and figure that out. It's a few hours since I last spoke to you guys, and in that time we have managed to get the car fixed. In the end it wasn't too bad. It only cost us $35 to get the tyre patched up a bit, and hopefully that will stick until we get somewhere where we can get a decent spare tyre that doesn't have cracks all over it. But yeah, there was a garage in Yosemite which was really useful, although the people at the lodge, which is the hotel we were kind of parked outside when we were trying to figure out how to fix the tyre, weren't very helpful at all. Wouldn't let us use their internet, said we had to pay to use it or be guests, but it's all done. And now we are just walking around Lower Yosemite Falls. I think tomorrow we're going to go to the top of Upper Yosemite Falls, which is quite a tough hike, but it should get us some good views. Most of the roads around here that you get the best views from are still closed for the season, which is a bit disappointing, but hopefully we'll be able to see some good stuff from the top of the falls.
You got away from me, can we go back in time, so I don't have to pay for it.
This huge rock up here is known as Half Dome because it looks like half a dome, and you can actually climb all the way up to the top, and when you get to sort of like this point, I think you climb from the other side, but when you get to that point you have to hold on to like ropes and chains, which sounds pretty dangerous but also kind of fun. But unfortunately we can't do it while we're here because you can't get a permit until the end of May, and all the permits are gone.
You gotta wait for me, you gotta wait for me, and it don't come for free.
So in the end yesterday I didn't really end up vlogging that much, but it was partly because I wasn't feeling too good after we found out we had a flat tyre, and then I spilled chocolate ice cream all down my perfectly white top, but it got better after we got the tyre fixed. Managed to salvage most of my ice cream, and we took a little bit of a walk around Yosemite, went to some of the other waterfalls down the other end, and then we came back at night actually. So we went outside the park, had dinner, came back at night and watched all the rock climbers climbing El Capitan. You could just see their little lights like flashing around as they were like talking to each other or trying to get some sleep on this vertical rock. It was crazy. They're insane. I don't know how anyone could want to do that. But it was really cool to watch them try and do it. And so now I'm just cooking up some quesadilla for our lunch, which we'll have on our trek. So today we're going to hike to the top of Yosemite Falls, which is quite a long trek. I think in the guide it says it's like 6 to 8 hours or something, but we'll see how long it takes us. We've got plenty of snacks as always, and just going to have some breakfast, enjoy my coffee that I got from the village shop here, and then we'll start our trek. Climbing all the way up here, up to the top, is today's adventure. We're probably about 2/3 to halfway up to the top of the waterfalls. Still looks like there's a really long way to go, but it's not been too bad so far. We were chatting to some other English guys for most of the way up, and that was quite good. And right now we're really close to the waterfall. I can feel the spray falling down on me, and it sounds like massive claps of thunder, the way the water's just crashing over the edge and crashing down below us. It's really amazing.
Can we go back in time, so I don't have to pay for it?
We're almost 2 hours into the hike up to the top of the falls. We're getting closer, we're feeling a bit tired. There's a lot of steps, it's pretty steep, so my thighs are feeling it, as are my calves. But the exciting thing is that this right here is, I think, the top of the waterfall. If it's not the top of the waterfall, then I'll be a bit disappointed, but I'm pretty sure it is. We have got to the top, 3.5 miles of basically just uphill, not much else. And now I can hear the waterfall. Can't quite see it yet, we're just walking to the overlook. It's nice along here because it's all flattened out and nice and shady with all the trees around us. And hopefully, just over this little ridge that I'm walking towards, we'll be able to see the waterfall. Here we are. And there's the falls. We're actually a little bit higher than they are. And there, right down there, is near where we've come up from. Pretty high up. We have spotted Elvis the van. He is all the way down there somewhere, just past the little zebra crossing you can see. We've come a heck of a long way.
Get away from me, and it don't come for free. Get away from me. Can we go back in time, so I don't have to pay for it?
Had our lunch at the top and we had a bit of a rest, and now begins the long journey downhill, which is probably about as hard as going uphill, to be honest, because it's pretty slippy underfoot. But when you've got views like this, it doesn't matter. We have made it all the way down and we're back at the car park. Elvis is just over there. I can't believe we were all the way up the top here. Just up here is where we had lunch. That's crazy.